Hey guys, Rich Pacini here, your YouTube vlogging creator. Today I want to have a little fun with Filmora. I'm going to show you some stuff here, how I make my videos. I want to show you some special effects, how I do certain things, and I hope you guys can stick around. I'm over here in the East Coast of New York, and it's ugly out. It's raining, coming down like cats and dogs, and I figured today, for Friday, it's a good day to make a video like this. So I hope you guys can stick around. Maybe you'll get a little takeaway from it. You'll get an idea of how I do my videos, and maybe you might want to apply it to your videos as well. So without further ado, let me put my glasses on over here, and let me minimize myself here, and bingo, here we are. Now, what I was trying to do here, folks, and I want to share this with you guys first, but let me go over here. I want to show you where I got these videos and the backgrounds and stuff. This is the video, the photo I got. This is from Free Pick, okay? And I will drop the links to this here, guys, okay? This is the one I picked out. And the reason I want to see it, because I wanted to make a sound. I want to pretend I'm actually knocking on the glass. I couldn't, on a glass monitor, because you can't do it with the LCD monitors, right? You can't tap on it, So I want to have a little fun with it. But here, as you can see, I needed a computer, and I typed in an IBM computer and monitor, and this is the one I saved. Matter of fact, you can save it to your your favorite ones here. All right, like that there, save to collections. I already did that. So I picked this one here. Not crazy about the background, but that's no problem. Now, when you get these here, when you click these on, all right, from Free Pick, it's going to bring you over here, and when you come to this window, you'll see where it's going to say remove background, okay? Now, it'll give you over here, if you reach your limit with this here, okay, because you're only allowed so much with, here's another way of doing it. I want to share this with you guys, okay? After you save it, which I did, I download this here, it's saved. What I do is I go to Adobe Express, okay? Now, Adobe Express has removed the background on it, all right? I made 2 copies of this here. Well, I have one in there. I made it. One was smaller and one I made bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, browse, and I picked this one over here. This is the one I have, and I'm going to open it up. And as you can see here, it took it right out. Remove the background. So I'm good to go. And once I want this here, if I want to keep it, I come over here where it says download. Now let me share something else with you guys over here while you're in this window. I don't know if I'm going to change any of these backgrounds, but I want to show them to you. So I'm just going to go with a few. If you just hover over it or actually click on, it'll give you an idea of what the background's going to look like. Okay. And it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for something like Horizon, Skyfest. Let me go back there again. I'm going a little too fast. But you want it to look good. You want to pick out something that's going to be applying to that video that you're making, okay? So if you look over here, you could do this, and you could change them around. You could change them around if you want. Whatever your heart desires, you could do it. For me right now, I'm going to keep it transparent because I might want to use a different background, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the download button. It's going to come up over here as Save As, but I'm going to open it up, okay? I'm going to do an open on it, and then I'm going to go, this is what it looks like, okay? This is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is go over here and go to my folder, and I want that, not that one. I want to go over here. I want to do it this way here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this into my picture folder, like this here. I'm going to move it to pictures, and it disappeared now because it's in my picture folder. All right. So now we got that done. We don't really need this here, but just to let you guys know, this was done in Adobe Express. I love Adobe Express. There's also Canva too. I work with both of them. All right, we can close this window out now. Spread it open. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here. We're going to go back to Filmora, but I want to show you the other thing here. Now, this is, like I said again, this is free pick, and they give you only so many to download. Okay, I might have maxed out on it because the first one I did, it was this one here. Okay. And I did a remove background and it took it out. But being I used up all my freebie stuff there, now they want you to go premium. Okay? But I will download this here for Free Pick. Now, the other one I love, my favorite one, is Pixabay. Okay? I like Pixabay. Pixabay is my favorite go-to one for photos, video clips, and so on and so forth. And if you come over here, I typed in IBM computers because I was looking over here for computers. and they didn't exactly have what they want. But then again, think about this. When you scroll all the way down here, if you look how many windows you could open up, there's 619. I didn't want to page through 619 pages, okay? I needed something. I wanted an IBM computer with the glass there, with the monitor, because I want to show you what I do with it. All right, so I will drop the link to this here. This is Pixabay. It's a great site if you're looking for freebie stuff. You know, they're good. You know, now if you go up over here, however, bear this in mind. If you go over here, this is iStock. Anything on the top line when you come to Pixabay, these are the ones you're going to pay for. So let's say I wanted to use this particular one. I click this on here. It's going to bring me. It's going to say download for free, and then you would sign in. But there are some over there that where you're going to be paying for it, okay? Just to keep that in mind. But these here, some of you are going to pay for these here. Some may be free, and then some. Then again, some you're going to pay for, okay? So, but I'm not going to sign it right now. I don't use iStock. They're good. iStock is good. I mean, I have nothing against them, you know, as far as using their service. But I'm a Pixabay guy. I love Pixabay. So what I did after I got that, the download of the computer, I went back to Pixabay, and they have sound effects. See, when you go to their homepage, let's go over here. Let's go to the homepage. Let's go back here. Click this on. When you go to the homepage, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the link to the homepage. You're going to have Explore, Photos, Illustrations, Vectors, Videos, Music, Sound Effects, and GIFs. Okay. Now, I went over here to Sound Effects. Okay. I typed that in here, but I got a window open already, and I wrote over here, deep tapping on glass TV screen, and this is the one that came up with. This is the one I downloaded. Okay. Now the thing is, it's fast. There might be a way to slow it down, but we're having fun today, so don't take it too, you know, it's too serious as far as that part goes. I'm just showing you how a lot of fun with Filmora and how to make these videos and stuff. I thought I'd, you know, share it with you guys. I thought you might like it. All right, so this is the one I downloaded. Again, it's from Pixabay. It's free. Okay, you download over here. It's about this is what it's all about. And if you like it, whatever, here's the download button. I already downloaded that. Okay, so I will give you the link to this here as well. Okay, I'll give you the link to Pixabay and to one for free pick. So now we're going to close this out, and now we're at the Wondershare Filmora 14 interface, and I already have some things here. This is the first one. Just want to share this with you. This is the first one that I downloaded earlier from Free Pick. I was able to remove the background, but like I said, when I showed you guys, I used it all up. So there's another way of doing it. All right, a little too small. For me, it's a little too small to use that there because I want to put a different background in. So now here's the other one. I took that same photo and I enlarged it. Okay, I enlarged the photo because it was a little too small, so I wanted to make it bigger. So I enlarged the photo. All right, but you can see it's got this background here. Now we're going to go over here to my folders here, and we're going to go to the one. It's in Pictures, and here it is over here. Now I know a lot of you might say, yeah, but it's got a black background in here. Over here, this one here, right? You can see the difference. But actually, that's the transparent. That's how that works, okay? Now with this here, you could put a different background here. If I go to my global media, okay, if I go to global media, I could add different backgrounds in here. Okay, just drop it over here. I could put something like this here, shrink it up a little. I could do something like that. But for argument's sake, we don't want to do it. I'm just showing you the examples here. See, you could do stuff like this here, drop this in the timeline, like this here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this one here. Cut it. Move it over here. And what you're going to have to do with this here, though, let's see, this one here. There you go. Okay, sometimes you got to reverse it, I believe. Anyway, you could keep it like that. Or if you want, you could also do something like, if you want to just do something like this here, you could do this as well. Drop this over here. Wait, let's go back. I got to take these out. I'm sorry, guys. Like this here. Let me see. Hold on. I drive myself crazy with this stuff. Don't mind me. All right. The reason why I have like that is because it advanced over here. And again, if I was to use this here, if you go over here, if you want to make that image bigger, the background image, what you would do is go over here to Basic, and you see the little padlock here. Click that on, and you're going to get these two little square boxes on each side here. You can just move it over like this if you want to, and elongate it. Make it bigger, like this. Whoops. You could also make this bigger too, your work area. And you go like this here, like this here. And this, if you wanted to keep it in there. Again, this is just for an example, folks. I'm just horsing around here. Okay? And you could have it like that there. And when you move it, this thing will center it for you, like this here. Like that. You could keep it like that. Okay? I'm not going to use that background. I'm just showing you how you could change different backgrounds. All right? Let's see here. Now, the other thing is, we'll get this out of here, this background here. We're going to get rid of this one here right now because we're not going to use that particular one. But if you're coming in a situation like this, I want this picture to be bigger. Okay? Well, I think big is better. Okay, so you put it like that there. And move it over like this, like that. And now, go back to Project Media. And here I am over here, tapping on the window, right? Just put it over here. You could always play this over again, folks, if you want. Stretch it out. And we're going to go back over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to AI Portrait Cutout. And bingo, there I am. Let me just move this here. Like this. Put it like this here. Well, we've got to shorten up a little more. Whoops. Keep it like that. Okay. Now, if I want to change this background, I could change it. You know, I could put different colors back there, whatever. But for now, I'm going to leave it this. I'll put a different background on it just to show you. But it can't be something that's got frames around. It's got to be something like an open, open background. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right. So if I wanted to change this to like a regular green screen, let's say I don't want to keep that computer screen there, the way that monitor is set up. I can leave it the way it is now. It looks great. But let's just say I want to change it around. So I'm going to go to Stock Media. I'm going to go to click on Solid Color. And I'm going to scroll over here like this here, down to right here. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this one here, this particular one, this green one right here. Now it's big, I know. Well, sometimes again you got to play around with these things here. Sometimes you got to move this up to get it like that. All right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here like this. It's a little tricky, not tricky, but it's a little playing around with it. Like this here. Let me move me out of the way. And again, if you don't get those little boxes, click here. There you go. See? Like that. Move it around like that. Hey guys. You try to make it look perfect. Now, like I said again, you might say, well, what's the purpose of this here? I'm not going to probably do this in my video. It's just tossing around. It's if something, let's just say you want to play around for yourself. I'm just showing you how to do this here. Okay? And now you could give yourself a complete background like that. A green screen. Completely green screen back there. And you could even probably add more to it as well. Believe it or not, you could probably add something in the background to that. It's backgrounds on top of backgrounds. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go back over here. Let's go to my folder over here. Let's say I wanted to add, let's see. Let's get something here I could add over here. Let's see. How about I'll just show what I'm talking about. I'm going to use this arrow here for argument's sake. I'm going to use this arrow. Okay? You could add something like this to it. I'm just trying to show you could do this with anything. Okay? You could add this arrow to it. And let's go over here. See, you could add a background and you could add other graphics in that background as well. See, like that? Okay? You could do stuff like that there. Or you can go to filters, you can go to effects. If you click on the effects, but not the filters. Let's see here. Transitions, filters, stickers. Let's say stickers. Okay, let's say stickers. You can have a lot of fun with this stuff though, folks. I mean, I love doing this stuff. I mean, I like making videos and I like sharing my tips and tricks with you. Let's put this on here. This guy right over here. All right, here we go. Yep, too big. Okay. We'll stretch them in there, make them small. See? You could also put animated ones in there too if you want. You could put animations in there, you could put stars in there, you could put whatever you want in there. Okay? You could have a lot of fun with this here. Alright, this is just an example, alright? But we're gonna get rid of him. Okay, I'm just trying to show you that you could add even effects, even though you could change the background, you could add this for different effects. So let's go back over here to the media. Alright, so this is the project media, And we're going to get rid of this. I'm going to delete this out of the line right here. Okay. However, you know what? Before I do this, I want to show you something really interesting here. If you ever have to if you wanted to use this particular arrow, right? Let's do this. I want to show you something here. Check this out, folks. Keep this in mind too. It's really good. It's easy to work with, and it comes out perfect pretty much all the time. Let's say I wanted to have these arrows pointing at, but I need 2 of them. Now watch this here. Watch this here. Ready? I'm going to say, okay, leave that right where it is. Leave the big one back there, okay? Leave it back there. Okay, I'm going to shorten it down a little more. Watch this. Let's see. There you go. Now, if you move it, they should be exactly the same size. See? That's a little trick there. I have it there. And if you want to, do you see it spin around? They spin around like this here. You could do it like that. You could move it up that way. And check this out. I think even after I do it, if I quite remember, I did something like this once before. And even though I did it like this here, where I adjusted them, I was still able to change them around. Let's see if I could do that again. Let's see if it could work like that there. Let's see. Oops. See that line there that keeps it like that? Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. See that there? A little trick there if you want to, if you have to add multiple arrows or something like that, pointed to things, okay? Keep that in mind. Good little trick there, right? I don't mind, all honesty, folks, I don't mind sharing these things with you guys. I love doing this stuff, and if you like the videos I put out, this is just one of the things I do. I do talk about that. For the first time hitting my YouTube channel, I make videos with older cameras, Sony Handycams. I even make videos with my iPhone 5S, my iPhone 8, and I have my iPhone 12 Pro Max, which I added to my iPhone collection, which I'm not buying anymore, by the way. But anyway, I like sharing information with you guys, and if you like the content they put out and you're getting a takeaway from it, please hit that bell notification icon, and subscribe to my channel. And you'll be seeing more. I will share more tips and tricks with you guys working with Filmora, and this is the latest version 14. If you ever want to know what version works, I think it's actually upgraded. Let's go here, the version. This is the 14.6. Yeah, 14.6.1. No, that'll change again. It's okay, but they keep adding new bells and whistles to it, so I love it. All right, so let's get rid of these guys. We don't really need them. I just wanted to show you what you could do with them. So here's how you want to get rid of them. Come over here like that, and we just right click and boom, cut. They're gone. Now, if I want to keep this with the whole computer format the way it looks like that there, it's really simple, folks. I just go over here, cut it out, and now I got the computer background screen. Okay, now the reason I'm showing you this, I want to have a little fun with it. Now, if you look over here when I make this video, I don't really talk in there. I'm just sitting there. And what I want to do is tap on the screen. If you want to get rid of empty tracks, you see over here my mouse cursor moving, that little plus sign, click it on, and it says delete empty tracks. It brings them all together. This way they're not all over the place, okay? Now, okay, so I have a couple variations of monitors. I'm not going to get too much into that there. I want to show you that part. If there's things you don't need on your screen here, your work area, you could always get rid of them. Especially if they're in for me, they're in my global media folder, so I don't have to worry about if I delete them. Just to clean it up a little, okay? So we'll get rid of that there. We're not going to use that background. We're not going to use this background, so let's get rid of that. I'm not going to use this as well. Get rid of that as well. And these here, once you're happy with what you have, then you can get rid of it. Now I know I can get rid of the little guy. It was too little, okay, for me, so I'm going to get rid of that there. And this is the one. This is this without the background here. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this one. We don't need this here. All right. All right. So now we got a cleaner work area here. Now, here is sound effects. Check this out. Okay, now here's the thing. Syncing this stuff up is a little tricky, okay? Because you got to try to get that there. It goes really quick. There's probably a way to slow it down. I never really explored that area of it. So I'm just going to, just for argument's sake, I'm just going to drop this in the timeline. And I might have to replicate it, the sound, a couple times. I can't stretch it out because I only recorded so much of it. Well, actually, it's the way they gave it to me. You know, in other words, when you're downloading it from that site, you can't stretch it a lot, as far as I know. Like, even if I use the music thing to stretch this here, I don't think it'll work. Say, it won't stretch it. Audio stretch is always supported in a single audio clip. Okay, it won't work. But here's what I wanted to do with it. This is the idea. Just to give you an idea. See, it's not in sync. So playing with this here is going to be a problem. So you got to try to get it where, like for me, where my hand is coming up like that, and then I have to scooch this guy over. Let me just go back to select here. Let me get this as the one I want. And I got to move this like right over here. Let's see if that works. It's got to play around with the light. And then once you get it, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Well, I can't record it then, but it would be recorded when I upload the video. Then you would see the full process of it. Now that looks pretty decent. Okay. So let's cut this part off right here. Let's snip left, stretch it out a little, and go back here. And let's go like this. And right click. Ripple delete it again. And let's see now what happens. I think I shifted it over too much. Okay, that almost looks pretty good. Okay, that almost looks pretty good with that there. So I had to advance it a little further than the video clip itself. See, getting it to sync up is it's a little tricky, I have to say. But let's try it one more time and see what it looks like. Let's get it all the way back here in the timeline here, and let's see what happens. So I got it when my hand is up, and the whole premise behind this here, folks, is just to show you like you could have a lot of fun with this here. And I got the idea from other people, but I do things a little different. I go over things in a little roundabout way, but in the end result, it always works in some cases. Let's try it one more time. Okay, well, that's because I did it too much here. So you got to go back like this where it stops. Let's see if we cut it right about. Let's see. Let's keep this. Let's compress it a little. Let's see what happens here. That last knock. Boom, right there. Whoops. My mouse is very sensitive here. This thing here is sometimes it's a nuisance. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, folks. I think you guys know what I'm talking about here. I think you're getting the gist of it. Let's try it again. Okay. I think if I had advanced it a little over here in the front, if I got this, if I got rid of this part right here, I think that would work. Let's see what happens when we trim that out. Make it bigger. And let's go back here. And let's look at this. Doesn't have to be perfect, folks. This is just for demo purposes. Let's try it again. Almost. Looks almost. The last part ended like that. It's the beginning. It's a little sketchy. But that's what I'm talking about, folks. That's what I'm saying. You could have a lot of fun with this here. Now, let's say I want to change the whole background. As you've seen before with Adobe Express, I could have changed it and downloaded it with the background already in it. But let's say you don't want to use their particular backgrounds. Let's say you want to, go to, let's put it this way. Let's go to Pixabay. And let's type over here, tech backgrounds. Okay, let's see what that comes up with. Okay, remember, this is iStock, the first row up here, just to let you know. All right, so let's see what we're going to use here for this particular background here. I'm going to pick this guy, Technology Digital. Okay, so again, this is for Pixabay. Come over here, hit download again. You're going to get that message. It comes up, and we're going to open it. This is what I do, folks. This is what I'm doing all night. This way, pretty much all day. It'll show you in a big picture here. This is up in Photos, I believe, Microsoft Photos or Copilot, whatever. What we want to do is want to open a file. I want to go over here to the file itself, and I want to take this here and put it in my picture folder. So again, once it's uploaded, or I should say downloaded, I'm going to take this here. My computer will work with me. Today it doesn't want to work with me. Try this again. All right. Okay, it must have went in there. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So now we got in picture folder. I could close this out, and go back over here. And we already got the knocking part. This is just to show you that you could change the background here. So we're going to go over here to import. Go over here to open pictures. Boom. And there it is. Now, this is the part where you want to switch it around. Now, sometimes it gets a little confusing with these things here. It's either movable, you got to move the person up or down, whatever. Sometimes you have to do things like that there. Let's see what happens over here. Okay, let's see. Let's get this guy over here. There you go. All right. So remember the format. let's see if we get this out of here for a second here. Let's go here for a second. Empty tracks. There we go. All right. You remember that format, and we could snip it here. Okay. I always get these things to work in the end. Not all the time, but I do. Okay. So now you can change the background. This is just an example. All right. So let's play it one more time here. Okay. You could have fun with this stuff here, like I said, you know, and you could add more to it as well. I mean, you could add more backgrounds to the background. You could add, like I said, you could add those little stickers in there if you want. You could change the color of the screen. That's all I have for you right now. I'll see you in the next video. This is Rich Bassini signing off. Bye-bye for now.